Hello. Today we have a smaller project, but one that will probably help some of you DIY homeowners. This is particularly a storm window for a big, large picture window, but all the glazing is starting to break off and crack off, and the paint is peeling. So today I'm going to be removing all the glazing, reglazing it, and sanding down all the paint, and then eventually going to be repainting it. But this will give you at least a little bit of an idea of how to do it, so you can try and tackle it at your own leisure. It is not very difficult. You just have to remove the glazing, and then you pack it back in, and you seal it. All I'm going to be using is a couple clamps to hold it onto my workbench, a sander to remove all the paint, and a putty knife to remove the glazing and also pack the new glazing on. And you're going to be able to watch that. Okay, so there you have it. I sanded down all the grills individually, and then I sanded down the perimeter, the frame of it. I'm only doing the outside face because the inside face is still in good condition and the edges are still in decent condition. All of this black staining is where the paint failed. This is the bottom edge of it, and the paint cracked and chipped, or whatever you want to say, and water got in there and it started staining the wood. So it's good that we're going ahead and doing this now before it got any worse, because it would cause rot. All of it is still solid, so that's okay. But as far as getting the glazing out, what I found handy is get a, I don't know, this is a 1.25 inch flexible putty knife. Flexible because, here, let's put this down. It will bend. I want it to bend because I don't want it to be too stiff and actually chip or break the glass. So when you put it on the glass and you push at all, let's see if we can get this in there. I can push and bend the putty knife without actually flexing the glass, because I don't want to be breaking any glass. But yeah, all I do is just kind of chip away at it. A lot of it comes off really easy. Other stuff takes a little more effort, like that. But you just keep chipping away at it until you get a loose spot, and then keep going. Alright, I'm going to set up a time lapse for that, and have fun watching. Okay, so I got almost all the glazing out. There is still some, let's see, some little residue and whatnot in here. I don't see that being an issue at all. It's just some of it was really stuck on there and I didn't want to start chipping apart the wood. Our next step is to start glazing. I already did this edge right here, just to show you. I am going to do this edge and show you how to do that, and then the rest I'll do on time lapse. So I'm using the same flexible putty knife, and I'm using just door and window glazing. Take it and you just pack it right in here. You want to keep it, in the end, you want to keep it less than an 1/8 inch thick, or right around an 1/8 inch thick. Any less, it dries out too much and falls off. Any more, it never sets correctly and cures correctly, and it just builds up too much. So right now I'm just packing everything in there, and then once I have the whole thing full, I run my putty knife across on an angle, and it pushes out the excess, and it also gives it a nice finish line. Let's see, so I have all this excess that I just pull away. There. That is 2 edges of 1 pane. Now I have 20 more panes to go, so 78 more edges. Have fun watching that. There it is. I have all of the panes completely glazed in. Still quite messy. I have stuff all over. But I'm just going to let this sit up for a day or two so all the glazing inside sets firm enough so when I go to clean everything, it's not actually coming out. I don't want that. So yeah, I'm going to let this set up. I'm going to clean it, and then I am going to mask off all the glass and paint it. I'll stain it first, or not stain it, sorry. I will prime it first, and then I will put an exterior paint on it.